Oh, there we go. Oh.
Yeah, nice. Welcome, boys.
What is this song that we're listening to?
That was the Elite Four theme music from Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire, if you want to be specific.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Good
It's
stuff.
like 4 people will get this.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more. He has 0 HP over there. That's why.
'Cause I'm a gunner.
Yeah. Well, boys, here we are. Week 16, Wilson time. Red,
Good to be here.
it's our time.
I wish it was over. You know what? Yeah, we got a couple of rants that we need to do today, but I'll tell you one thing. I fucking never met two bigger pussies in my life than Calvin and Gobby ever in my life. Just the biggest shit talkers. And guess what? Everybody poo boys this. Oh, Dylan and Christian suck. This. And then of course they go and choose the San Diegans, and they were scared, and they had a right to be. There was a reason for them to be scared, but they're pussies.
Yeah, absolutely. Fuck Gobby for making me sit a week, and I would have taught him. So, whatever, Gobs.
I would have taught everybody. I would have lost to only 2 people in the league. I would have taught everybody last week.
I mean, it's fine. It's fine. Whatever. On to this week, and we will keep on teaching. That's my prediction, Nut. By the way, shout out Podley. That was a good show today. Darth Nuttius, pretty upset with you for spinning the league the way you want it, as always. Everybody's caught in the web.
Darth Nuttius is going to catch a lot of heat from this episode today.
I think they'll isn't it just an eerie feeling that there is more talk about the losers bracket this year than the winners bracket? Like, I felt like Sunday was just very. There was more shit talk going on with the Sacko Bowl than people that are going for a ship. I don't like that.
People were too puckered up to say anything. They didn't want to say anything until they got close enough where they felt sure about saying something.
It's kind of indicative to what Gobby, Calvin, myself, you, what we have in this league, right? I think there's not enough juice up there this year. Us 4 being out of the playoffs doesn't make for good content.
You know what it is, Red? The playoff bracket is clouded in darkness this year. Nobody can see through the lies of the dark side.
I'm on the dark side this week because Nut said I'm going to win. I already know I'm going to win. I told everybody you don't want to see me week 16 because my matchups are juicy. I said this. And I'm averaging 106 points per game going into this. Yeah, Baker Mayfield, he's been baking up the holiday championship games, bud. Like, he's been just cooking. So, you guys are ready.
That's fine, Red. Keep the energy up. Let's take it into this week. Let's give Dirtle his bit of time. He had a lot to think about since his loss from yesterday, and
he came with an article, some kind of article.
It's just information I've amassed.
Yeah.
A fun little fact before I get deep into the analytics of everything. Since I've checked out of rehab, I have not won a fantasy matchup, and it's pretty fun. Fucking bullshit. I'm going back to rehab.
Bring Truckman back.
Yeah, fuck that. Yeah, all right, let me share my screen real quick. So, as most of you probably saw in the chat today, I threw out a little stat in there that said in the last 4 weeks, I have had almost 500 points scored against me, which 4 weeks, 500, that's 100 extra points flying around in each of those 4 matchups. It's a lot of fucking points against me. But to demonstrate how many points that actually fucking is, and why I've been getting my just ass cheeks just split open.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Merry Christmas, motherfuckers. I'm pissed.
Merry Crimbo.
All right, I made this nice little chart for us to show. A couple reasons why I made it this way. I figured if I showed like the players I played against and everything, they'd just be like, this is just mad. I took everyone from the playoff bracket and threw them all into this chart. So see points against over the last 4 weeks, weeks 12 through 15.
This is colorful. I like it.
I know, subtitle pain, and then at the bottom it says how Diz got fucked beyond belief.
This makes sense to me. I understand by the flow of the graph here.
The scientific method is working for you.
Yeah, the math is mathing.
If you pay attention, you'll figure out how to fuck me. But my point of making it like this is to show that not only have I been scored against a lot, the closest runner-up to me was Mike, who had an outlier game against Alec, which was 150 points against him. Mike, being the closest person to me, is behind me by 80 points, which 80 points getting scored against you is one whole week of scoring normally. And then we have Zach all the way down at 313 over 4 weeks. So some fucking bullshit, dog. And then to further drive home my point, and that my team isn't just like getting shit on and I'm shitting the bed, I also made a graph. More graph. Points scored for same weeks, 12 through 15, and same people playoff bracket. I am sitting in the very middle of it. Alec again having an outlier game with 150 points in there. So basically, my point is that I've been fucked, and I'm really not happy about it, and it's some bullshit, dude. I would also like to show the viewers another screen. Give me one moment. There's more information, people. Just wait. Jaden, I will say this. Congrats to Jaden. He fucked me once, fucked me twice. Silly me for thinking I'd beat him. Some bullshit, man.
Dirtle, can I have the graph one more time, the chart?
Sure, yeah.
And also, I made a mistake. Gobby actually would have beat me last week, but fuck him anyways.
Yeah, fuck that, dude. Everyone's getting the smoke today. I don't give a shit,
dude. I would have beat anybody. I would have beat everybody but two people. I fucking am on a roll, buddy.
Do you want the points?
Rat is eating good.
No, that's perfect, right? Oh wait,
points scored or points against?
Points against.
Okay. Looks pretty good, right?
Okay.
Intriguing, eh?
I slowly beat out Nut. Or slightly.
For how many points you've had scored against you?
0.12. If I were to play Gobby last week.
Oh, golly gee, buddy. Good for you.
What are you trying to figure out here, Dylan?
Look at the blue bar on the graph.
That's the I stacked up. I just wanted to check it out. Okay. So not a lot of points were scored against me. It's like down middle of the pack.
Okay, going back to my presentation. Okay, we're not done. Again, shout out to Jaden. He kicked my ass. He deserves the props. I'm gonna show you why it fucking sucks that he beat me and why it's so fucking stupid. Fucking stupid. Cool.
Stupid.
So, let's see. Christian McCaffrey, 36 points. I knew he would go off on me. That's fine. Brock Purdy did his thing. I had to understand. Yeah. Check this out, though. Clyde Edwards-Helaire slots him in his fucking running back spot. Hasn't done anything all season. What are you doing, dude? Plays against me? Fucking 16 points against the Patriots defense. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Who else was on there? Oh, yeah.
Sorry, bud.
Hold on. I'm not done.
No, I'm saying sorry that the Patriots let him teach you.
Oh, yeah. Fuck the Patriots.
Yeah.
So he picks me because Tyreek's going to go out. The week that Tyreek goes out in the game, Jalen Waddle scores 6 points. The week that Tyreek is out against the Jets, which are one of the best defenses in the fucking NFL, Jalen Waddle puts 20 points on me. Best game of the season. Fucking bullshit.
Sounds like you're getting fucked.
Yeah, I have been. And honestly, my cheeks are chafed and I'm tired of getting boned. And I play Trone next week, and God give me a win.
Oh,
I can't take it anymore. Can't take scoring 100 points a week and still losing. So yeah, that's my rant. Congrats to Jaden. Darth Nuttius, you're done.
Well, we fully understand now how it went down for you. Pain.
Your fantasy stuff has been like the box of C's chocolates that I'm eating right now. Each one that I picked up, I thought was the milk chocolate, and every time I take a bite, it's fucking cherry, and it's fucking coconut. That's what that's what your last couple weeks have been like. You just keep getting the bad end of the fucking stick, bud.
Life's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
I'm just
They're
saying that you're
disgusting.
right. You
That's
don't know what
fantasy.
you're gonna get. But what I will say, if you have a 4-week contained example where you have been fucked consistently, maybe you do know what you're gonna get. Maybe I just get taught, and I should learn to accept getting taught.
Yes, absolutely. We've all been taught. How do you think we've learned to teach in fantasy?
Yeah, I guess I'm talking to the Pooh Boys right now, so they're learning how to get taught.
Don't say that name, Diz. Don't say
yeah, I was
that
gonna say, do you remember what show you're on, Dirtle? You can
Yeah, I'm
easily
sorry.
I can delete you right now.
Delete
no,
me.
this is what I was gonna say something and I forgot what I was gonna say, but yeah, no. Diz, our seasons are kind of like backwards of each other. Like, right, you started off super hot this year, and I'm finishing super hot, super hot. So we like went backwards on each other.
I think the difference is I never went cold though. I've scored the same amount of points. I just lose now.
Yeah, anyways, off that point. Dirtle, yeah, but you caught a bad break, a 4-week stretch of getting taught, and everybody goes through it. Everybody's had those stretches before. You're just like, dude, I'm the best team. Like, I consistently been putting up the most, but then you just have that 1 week in the playoffs where it's like, oh, this dude just fucking went off on me. That's the way she goes.
Yeah, I
Plus,
had that
also,
last year. That fucking, or you make it back, or make the wrong choice, or something like that. It's just that's the thing about the playoffs that sucks, right? It's just like it's bad luck, or it could be like the bad decision you make, or something like that, right? Last year, fucking didn't start that Deontay Foreman against Jaden, and that was the reason why I lost. And fucking, in hindsight, who the fuck cares about Deontay Foreman? But it could have been a big difference. And for you, unfortunately, you just ran into Jaden, who literally decided it was his day to shit on everything.
It was his time to buzzsaw me for the second time in a row.
well, when you have McCaffrey and the Niners playing against the Cardinals defense, it's going to be a tough day. That's a tough one to go against.
I know. I'm surprised that Nutt didn't tell him to play him.
One would have hoped.
Yeah.
Yet, it doesn't even matter. I was just going to say, the other part of it, Dirtle, is like we were talking about the other night when it was going down. You got to learn your lessons about how to.
I want to lose more. You're right.
No, you have to. I was telling you all year. You don't have any depth. One injury happens to one of your players, you're done. And guess what? It happened to your best player, which is going to be tough no matter what to overcome. But who would have known? Like, who would have?
Hey, here's what I agreed with you when you first said that, and I thought it was very poetic that it was my best.
You also just got taught, like.
There's nothing
honestly,
you're really going to do about it.
If you had Tyreek in there, you might have still lost. Like
you probably would have lost.
I think what I was gonna say is to the depth thing is I did think it was poetic that it was Tyreek that went down. My best player, the number 1 wide receiver in the game, didn't have him for the first round of the playoffs. One, you're not gonna be able to replace a player like that, but two, my team still scored 100 fucking points last week, and it's just like I can't play a team that scores 100 normally.
Doesn't matter though. If you're in the playoffs, your team should be scoring over 100 points. Like, that's what you want from your team going into the playoffs.
I agree with you.
Put up 100 or more, so that way you pretty much ensuring that you're getting that dub. Like, so you got your rant out. It's
cool.
Time for you to move on.
Go back into my shell.
Hey, I'm just saying, like, there's nothing left to say. We can spend this whole show. We can talk about the wins.
No. The only thing I'd say to that is half the fucking playoff bracket didn't score over 100 points. So
yeah, they're boo-boo. The wrong people are up there. The right people are down at the bottom.
Let's restart the league. Like, starting last week.
All right, I'm done though. Thank you for the time.
Yeah, of course.
Honestly, we all have a rant like that every once in a while. Ours has been all year. Like, shoulda, coulda, woulda all fucking year, dude. Like, that's literally my life. Like, dude, everything I could have done differently. I don't even know how many times I've said it. This could have been different. I could have done that differently. Like, why the fuck did this happen to me? Why is everybody scoring so many points against me? But at the end of the year, at the end of the day, it's just. It is what it fucking is, and you just got to deal with it. But hey, I would say this. At least you put a valiant effort up. You could have been like your cousin and got fucking blown out. Like that sucks ass, dude. Like at
That
least
was
you
tough
went
to watch.
at least you went
Yeah.
in like Sunday night, knowing like I still have somewhat of a chance. Like,
True.
you're probably not going to get a 49-point performance from Jalen Hurts, but you have a chance. You never know. And
Exactly.
you didn't have to just sit on your hands and just watch and just take it. So
I do. That brings up a point I've thought about in the last or during this season, especially. It's like I can't stand when people just are like halfway through Sunday. It's like, oh, dude, I lost. Like this guy's going off on me right now, and I'm
well, that's
done.
kind of I honestly I gave Dizzle some shit for doing that before.
Well, I have too, and I also give I give a bunch of people shit about it. I'm like, dude, don't like. There's like so many times I could think of. Well, not like any particular recently, but there was one time I remember back in the day when we first started doing it, where like I needed like 50-something points, and I had Darren Sproles and Drew Brees, and just went off that night.
Whoa,
Anyways,
dude!
yeah, dude.
What day was that?
Didn't win a championship.
No, but to your point, last
But
year,
you never know.
just last year when I had Stephon Diggs, he won me 2 games on Monday Night Footballs where like I needed 20 plus points and Stephon Diggs put up his 2 biggest games those 2 Monday nights. One of them was against Gare and one was against somebody else. But yeah, you never know. Like I
Yeah.
was like, I need 30 points from Diggs tonight. Fucking dude puts up 31. I'm like, hell yeah, brother. Like you never know.
And on the other end, of what you were talking about is like not only have like we've had our rants and our moments, and as you go more years, you're like, okay, I control a little bit better. But shit, man, when I bought Kyler Murray and I don't remember who else, pretty much just Kyler Murray from Caden, and then I missed the playoffs at Gare with the Ravens. I don't remember who the fuck the wide receiver was, but beat me and the Cowboys, and all in that same game, knocked me out of the
It
playoffs.
was Hollywood Brown.
Oh, Hollywood Browns, right?
Yeah, he caught
Dude.
that fucking touchdown pass.
Yeah. I was like, you want to talk about a rant, bro? I was ranted off of the league. I started dropping players. I was telling everybody I'm out. We're done hanging it up.
Yeah, Dylan's honestly went a little extra.
Yeah, it was definitely extra. I'm not proud of it. I've grown.
I almost left the league once, but that was because of some committee bullshit. Down with the committee. But yeah, Dylan's almost left the league. Dylan's almost left the league a couple of times because he's lost. So
yeah,
just because of a loss. Like I lost my game this week. You're bullshit, dude.
Dude, okay, well it was bullshit. Garrett's team was such trash. Like,
well, guess what, dude?
I
just had to watch my team score like the third most points in the league this week, and I didn't even get to play anybody. I was like, good job, Baker. Good job, guys.
I was pretty upset not about playing anybody. I mean, I don't know. If I would have played Gobby, I guess I would have still lost.
If you would have played COD, you would have lost.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, you honestly didn't have that good of a week, dude. You scored 80 points.
He's been saying that all week, Red. He's like, dude, my team is fucking cooking this week. Dude, you barely put up 80.
Dude,
I didn't even notice that until just now. I thought at least you put up at least 90 plus because you started off so hot at the beginning of the week. You barely put up over 80 points, dog. And I've been feeling like you've been sitting over here on par with me. And I put up 117. I've been thinking we're like the same.
Dude, that's also with the Raiders defense getting him 30 points.
Bro, okay. I did actually check my score after the game last night. It was I knew that Zay Flowers not last night. Oh yeah, it was last night with Devontae Smith. I was thinking Zay Flowers. I didn't even actually look, yeah.
I'm gonna find us up there, Diz. You gotta go into the standings and click on his name.
Well, that's part of the reason why I've really gone and looked. I'm like, it's so freaking.
Yeah, honestly, dude, I've been sitting here. I swear, I've been sitting here thinking, like, damn, Dylan actually had a fucking good ass week this week. He put up 80 points, dog. Like, that's like doing. It's like Calvin, like not talking about Cal being, oh, he's been 4-1 the last 5 weeks or whatever, or something like that. And you look at it, like his opponents have scored like 60 points, 72 points, and stuff. It's like, come on, man. Like, we ain't talking shit. We're talking sense here. Like,
hey, you know what the most important thing is I I put up more points than Cal and Brandon. So if I do go beat one of them at the Sacko,
it's so close too.
Honestly, you're fucking lucky, bud, this week because I don't know who the fuck B. John's gonna start, dude. Well, Will Levis is out. CJ Stroud's still in concussion protocol. They say he's probably not gonna play. This dude's rocking fucking old Heineke, Mason Rudolph, Bryce Young. Get that Stickman in there, like. There's a whole lot of nothing out there. Like, to be honest, dude, if you lose to B. Johns this week, you deserve to be in the fucking Sacko. Like, this dude's team is fucking doo-doo. Besides Raheem Mostert and fucking Travis Kelce once every given 5 Sundays, his team's fucking trash. It's really bad.
What about Gus Edwards? That key.
I don't give a shit about Gus. I don't care about Gus.
Well, I mean, you're right. If I do lose B. Johns, yeah, I guess I deserve to be in the Sacko with this happening. I was standing at Target just a little bit ago, and I was talking.
And you're on your knees. You fell on your knees in Target. Oh!
Dude. It was like I was standing in line to check
please.
And I had just been talking about how I'm like, man, I wonder if Stroud's actually going to play this week. That would be a game changer in our matchup. And then I see it come flashing across my phone less than an hour later, and it's like I lit up like a Christmas tree. I was just like, yay!
It's just crying.
Anything is possible.
Yeah, I was looking at B. John's match because you're talking about Gus Edwards. He's going against San Francisco.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the matchups. Like, Cal's matchups are pretty freaking doo-doo for his team, but with B. Johns and what he's rocking right now, yeah, he's a fucking dunner.
Well, let's talk about it then. Wait, let's segue over into
just talking about matchups this week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
We'll do the recap after this, but we're already here.
Let's start. Okay, so we'll just start. We'll start with Sacko, and then we'll work our way up to the playoffs. I mean, to the actual people that are contending for something that's relative in life.
This is relative, bud. I'm not
even thinking about it. I have no problem. I'm gonna win $1 from Steven, and I'm just gonna fucking stomp on that wombat's tail, dude. Just crush it.
Just leave him squealing.
But so first the main question: who's B. John's gonna start at quarterback this week? Taylor Heineke against Indianapolis. Mason Rudolph against looks like Cincinnati. Bryce Young against Green Bay. Easton Stick against Buffalo, or Aiden O'Connell against Kansas City.
Bro, fuck it, run Easton Stick
against Buffalo.
He didn't even have that bad of a game against the Raiders. 17 points, it's serviceable. You just gotta hope they get blown out again.
Yeah, I guess the main problem was like that majority of his points came from that Jordan Palmer, which was like a busted coverage.
Yeah. Plus there's also the Raiders D.
What are you saying, dude? They just put up fucking 63 points.
Say, buddy.
Well, yeah. So Diz, what are you thinking about Dylan B. Johns' matchup here?
I want him to play this guy right here.
You want to play the Sheriff?
Yeah, AOC, baby. Playing against the Chiefs, the Raiders have to win. Dude, that's a good game to play him in. He scored 13 points the last time he played the Chiefs.
Yeah, I don't know. Chiefs are competing for like a playoff like positioning spot. Like they need home field advantage. I think that they're just gonna slaughter the Raiders.
They're in Arrowhead too.
Yeah, and I also think it's just gonna be like defensively. Like I think the Raiders put up a minimal point like outage this week. It's not gonna be good.
Just in time for Christmas.
Merry Crimbo.
Yeah, for real. With their matchup though, with him having so many injuries, B. Johns, it's just kind of like you said, Red. Like Willie, if you lose, it's just you're fucking bad.
Yeah, honestly, and you have good matchups this week too, Dill.
Yeah, I do have good matchups.
Like it's green across the board, especially the fact that you're starting old Joe Flacco again.
Look,
bro, who the fuck would have thought that Joe Flacco would be a starting fantasy quarterback this year?
I was thinking about that earlier when I was looking at my team because Noah was trying to shit on me. Now, get your facts straight, bud. I didn't pick up Joe Flacco just to block you. I was looking at this matchup for this week because I don't really know if I don't know. I had to see what Gardner Minshew was going to do. He was kind of banged up last week. And Geno just isn't playing. He's probably going to lose his job.
He's not losing his job, dude. They paid him a lot of money.
I know, but still. Joe Flacco, though, I was just like, all right, if he gets into a shootout with Houston there and Stroud, but I mean, I guess you're just going to have to take a dump on him now.
Yeah, now it's going to be like, well, they'll go up like 30 at the beginning.
When I was looking at it, like after I got him, I'm like, this is going to be like when you go back and look at prior years in our league history, you see what you ended with on your team. And there's been a couple times I've looked at my team, I'm like, how did I end up with that fool on there? And this is going to be one of those years where I look back and it's like, how did I, defend myself from the Sacko? And I go, oh, Joe Flacco was my starting QB.
Yeah. Like if Steven doesn't win the Sacko, he's probably going to be fucking the rest of his life drafting David Njoku. He's like, this guy's a savior, man. Like, this guy saved my season.
Well, yeah. Now I'm just Joe Flacco, but Ezekiel Elliott on there too. I mean, man, it's too funny. Yeah, I feel pretty good. Okay, here's the thing. Even though I didn't live up to my full potential last week, there's still room for improvement on like Breece Hall going against the Commanders this week. I'll take Joe Flacco over Houston. The dude just put up 16, 20, 16. I mean, he hasn't been below 15 points yet. And if not, I'll throw an old Minshew magic, buddy. Dude, the dude had 20 points last week, 14, 18, 14. I mean,
little did you know, dude, you're screwing over B-Johns week by week by picking up all these fucking QBs.
Yeah.
You didn't even know you're going to face him, and now he's got no QB.
And honestly, too, I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do yet with the Zay Flowers thing because I really don't like that he put a 0.7 against the Jags. But you got honker hands that's starting to come up right now. This is why you be patient with the rookies, like Noah was talking
fucking
about.
Honker hands. You gotta be patient with it. Wait 15 weeks and then they'll come back.
He's sitting on your bench too.
Well, it's fine. He's grooming him.
He's being patient.
There's a possibility that you start an all rookie fucking like if Devontae Smith had a shitty matchup next week or something like that, there's this chance that you could start all three rookie wide receivers: Honker Hands, Rashee Rice, freaking Zay Flowers.
Yeah, no, I would like that. So,
ooh, you play the Giants.
Yeah, it's the G-men. I feel
so you should feel confident. Like I said, if you don't win this one, but it's down to the sewers with you. You go like, fucking, I'll gnaw your limb by limb and just throw you down there myself.
Well, I have to sacrifice to the mud god, and it must be the shortest man on the planet, and I will do it for him. I can't.
The Bijan has never been a lower all time than right now. Like this man started out this year. I remember him at the draft just uber fucking confident over there, fucking right before the draft, fucking getting his wow in and shit like that, and just nonchalantly just every bid, like just like that, just little tiny bit. Like this guy acted like he knew everything, and it just went to shit. Season with the shit. He's gonna have probably one of the close to the top running back this year with Raheem Mostert. He's not even he's gonna be the Sacko. That's how shitty his team is.
The Bijan's lives in this zone. Like he told me back in week 3 or 4, whenever Nick Chubb blew his knee out, he's like
spoke it into existence.
He's like, this is my zone. He's like, I know how to navigate this, and here he is. But
I love this place. It's where I thrive.
I love it.
Yeah. All right. Well, so I think we're all in agreement that Dill, you should win this one. However, if you don't, there's
a real possibility you do lose.
Yeah, you take it on the chops, and you fucking you understand that you deserve to be down there.
I know it's gonna be such a bummer that the final game, if I do start Zay Flowers, will be Monday night on Christmas. And I'm like, is my Christmas going to be ruined by this? Or am
I
I
don't.
singing to the hilltops that night?
I just don't see a reality in which
Hallelujah.
B. John scores over 80 points with his team, how it's constructed.
Yeah.
I just don't see. So like that's your goal right there, dude. You just scored 80.80. So you just got to get above that 80 threshold, and I think you'll be fine.
I mean, okay. I don't think that I'll get another 30-point performance like that, but I don't know. I guess it just comes down to matchups. I think it will be fine. I feel pretty confident. Like Donkey K's not going to get 0 again. And B. John's does like that. CJ Stroud news was huge. I can't even overstate it. He's going to be scrounging out there on the waiver. I'm keeping everybody. I might even pick up another quarterback tonight. I don't even know yet.
Yeah,
yeah, slot him in.
I don't think it matters. So,
all right. So let's shift over to the battle of the fucking rodents here.
Yeah.
Is a wombat like a marsupial or some shit, or like is it just a rodent?
Dude, I still don't know what a wombat is. I don't know how that conjured up in Alvin's.
This is a large gerbil.
What is a wombat? It's a marsupial. Yeah. All right, cool. They actually look kind of cute sometimes. The one that what Cal has for his picture is real ugly, but some of these are cute. Okay. So we got myself and we got Steven. So
yeah, I got his roster pulled up.
Yeah, what are we thinking here? With
I was talking to Cal about his matchup today. Now I won't say how he feels about it.
Uber confident.
Yeah, uber confident. He knows what's going to happen. What I will say is the Stafford playing against the Saints. DC 40 hands has been fucking doing. I'll tell you that. And I trust them with my life. Yeah, I feel like that
he's been
matchup is gonna be huge.
Wait, just a second. Let me just rattle you off a couple of weeks here of DC 40 hands and how he's been doing. Okay, so I have him on my bench in case Baker decides to shit the bed. So last 4 weeks he's put up a whopping 10.8.
No, not Derek Carr. The Saints.
Yeah, that's DC 4. DC 40 hands is Dirtle's defense. The Saints.
What?
Yeah.
I'm the one that came up with DC 40 hands. It's Derek Carr.
Yeah,
I'm representing it on my team.
Yeah, he's been represented since week 1, or when he drafted him. He
changed it. Do you have them nicknamed as that?
Yeah. I do, yeah. It's been that way the whole season.
The entire season.
Well, whatever. You can't fuck. Okay, well, in my mind, since I made the name, I thought we were talking about Derek Carr. That's why I made it because it was DC, and then because he was calling him DC 4 forever, and so I said DC 40 hands because he had a. So I this whole time I didn't fucking
DC 40 hands is dude. DC 40 hands is cooler than Derek Carr though. That's the thing.
Plus I'm not gonna put Derek Carr on my team, but I liked the name a lot.
You guys are okay. You guys can't tell me this. I trademarked it. It's my shit. You guys are telling me what I made up and what it was.
Well,
my point is that they're playing the Saints defense, Matthew Stafford and Puka Nacua, aka the Los Angeles Rams. And the Saints are coming off a 25-point and a 20-point performance, so I feel like it's going to be pretty tough for those two motherfuckers. Yeah. The Browns, I believe, play Texans. It'll be all right.
Say he's got a good matchup. I have to look through all these.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think that those will be like really big ones that affect Kyle.
I think the problem here, well, Dylan, you kind of give me your perspective because I'll say what I have to say.
Well, it comes down again to starting old Rico Dowdle or Najee. So that Rico Suave, man, I just don't trust him unless we're blowing out a team. You know, like last week, I kept telling Cal this. It was a trap game for the boys. Still thought we were going to win, but I didn't think Rico was going to get any touches. Lo and behold, he didn't. So That's going to be real tough no matter which way he goes. Where's his team?
Like, I'm not gonna lie either. Like, Rico's usage is fucking not good at all. Like, the highest he's been used is 35% snap count.
Well, yeah, of course. Yeah, he doesn't do much.
Well,
But
Pollard doesn't do much. How is he going to do more?
I think I honestly I don't know what Cal's gonna do, especially if Najee
well, he's gonna have to start. I think he's gonna start Amari Cooper over OBJ.
Oh yeah.
And then it's like Lockett too. So that's the tough part. I mean, Cal could run out B Cooks again. Maybe that Tomcat. I don't know. I don't know why he's still sitting with movement manager on his team. The dude,
it's been weeks.
The lap man got moved. Like, he's not going anywhere.
He got picked up in week 9 and he hasn't even touched the field.
Yeah, how have we not shit on this yet? Like, why are you even holding on to him? He's not gonna be a keeper. It's like, dude, you need some other running backs. You got 4-minute freaking Rico Suave running for you.
You literally, the last update on Leonard Fournette was over a month ago, and it says Bill's considering adding Leonard Fournette to active roster? ? Why is he rostered?
Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, it's gonna be tough for Cal to come climbing out of this one. I mean, I think he's got a shot if his team actually does something, but it's just I was telling him, like, man, Red, he's got players that are actually going off, and it's not like it's like one player will go off one week, and then another player will go off the next week, and the other guy doesn't. It's just like they're like everybody's rotating. Jamar Chase is out, so T. Higgins gonna get more. Trey McBride is teaching everybody. Doesn't matter who Trey McBride. I have him in another league, and that dude, I have him in a PPR league, and my God, he puts up like 20 points a week. But he's still getting, like, even standard league, still doing well. What did he put up?
He put up 10 last week.
10 last week.
He had 15 the week before, basically. But yeah, look at that T. Higgins. He's back and he's primed.
Yeah, T.
Damn.
Those cornrows have never been tighter.
Damn, he does look clean in that picture.
White teeth.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah.
Looks like Nelly.
So I don't know if you guys look at you guys probably can't look at my matchups here. So
not really, no.
No. So basically, this is the reason I told these motherfuckers to pick me last week, because I said I didn't think last week I was gonna go off. I thought last week would be a lot tougher than what it was gonna be because my matchups weren't the best. I got Baker going against the 30th ranked Jacksonville defense. I got Kareem Hunt. Whatever. Kareem Hunt scored like a touchdown in the last 6 out of his last 8 games or whatever. So I just need a tutty from him. Aaron Jones against Carolina's defense, which is literally the worst in the league in run. DK is going against Tennessee, who's 27th in the pass. Deebo Samuel, it doesn't matter who he plays. Trey McBride's going against the worst tight end defense in Chicago. T. Higgins going against Pittsburgh with no Jamar Chase. The man is basically wide receiver 1 status. And then Green Bay Packers defense going against Carolina's offense. So, and then I have Brandon McManus, who's kicker, obviously. I don't really. But these are good matchups. So I feel so confident going into this week. And I look at Cal's matchups, and yeah, like you said, Diz, it's Puka and it's Matthew Stafford, and they're going against New Orleans. And New Orleans is still in the playoff hunt, so they're not gonna be no slouches.
Exactly.
It's gonna be I think it's in which I know the Rams are in a playoff hunt too, but I don't know. Cooper Kupp looked a little bit better, and he was a little bit more involved last week than he had been. I feel like Kyron eats up a shit ton of stuff, but the Saints defense it's a juicy defense, so I don't think the Rams are gonna do too hot.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I like your matchups more than his. If I were to pick a team to win your guys' matchup, I would say that you tear the Wombat apart and swallow him.
Yeah. What do you think, Dylan?
Yeah, I'm picking you, bud. I also want you to win, so because I really want that team in.
Because he wants to play Cal in the next round.
I mean, okay, you want to think logically about it? Let's say I do lose and I have to go into Sacko. Yes, I would much rather play Calvin's team over Red's team. 100%.
Look at this. The sewer rat is like on steroids, brother. Like people are talking about it. You know what? Okay, it's so nice to hear these things, but it's so fucking frustrating, dude. I like Nut said, "Oh, Red's team's going off," and I'm like, "Well, thank the Lord, dude. It only took week
Thanks
13 for my
nothing.
team to finally figure it out, buddy. Like, thank God I went on a 7-game losing streak, and now I'm on a winning streak. I love it. Like,
Yeah.
God."
Yeah, that is nice. I mean, yeah, Red. I was making a joke about your team to Cleaner, talking about how you ate something radioactive. Now you're like immune to rat and turned to Master Splinter.
Well, the Dirtle right up there. We were supposed to teach together last week.
Mm-hmm.
Master Splinter and freaking whoever you wanted to be. You wanted to be Leonardo or fucking whoever else, fucking Michelangelo or whatever the fuck their names are.
More of a Donatello type guy.
Okay, fucking Donatello, dude. Look at
that. Just a piece of some wombat pizza.
He's stealing your grub, Cal.
Cleaner would like that. He's like, what part of the pizza tour in New York is this on?
Check this guy out. Now that is you. Oh shit.
Oh, that was freaky.
That's
kind of looks like the person I just saw. I had a saw there.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
That is nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Red. Get the biting on that C-Vin.
Yeah, no, honestly, it's gonna feel real good if I send Steven to the fucking Sacko. Real good.
Oh, dude.
Right.
He's gonna be so down. So down.
His Christmas will be the fucking he'll be like, I wish I never played fantasy football ever. Like, what the fuck, dude? That wombat's split open in half, dude. In the middle.
Yeah, that's sad, dude.
That's Cal's team, dude. He's injured.
Maybe we should
sad little wombat.
Donate a little bit of the league fund to a wombat rescue.
Like wombat preservation.
Yeah, adopt a wombat. And we get a name.
You think Patches and Penny would like a wombat in the house?
Yeah, they probably would.
I probably would, yeah.
Just be like best friends.
Yeah. So, Red, we got to get it done. Me and you.
It's going to happen this week. I fucking haven't felt more confident in a team in so long. And Aaron Jones is actually active. He's not even on the injury report this week for the first time this year. First week this year, this man is not on the injury report. It's the signs are all pointing to fucking a win.
Yeah. Again, I will say, just like I said, Gobby, B-Johns, I want you. I want you. Sorry, bud. You got to be sacrificed. You got to keep – yeah, I mean, hopefully you don't keep the toilet seat down there. If you guys go down there, just you and whoever on that side, sure it'll be Cal.
We're trying to save you some money on shipping and handling, bud, okay? So just keep it down there.
I think you guys have it on. I mean, it's got to be a nice decor, somewhere.
It's their fucking tree topper.
Since COD sleeps with that at night.
So now, should we switch on over?
Before we move off, can I say one thing on behalf of the league?
Sure.
About your guys' matchups next week. I think that the league and every man that has a beating heart in their chest would benefit from you, Steele, and Calvin Carey from being in a Sacko together. Steele versus Calvin Carey. I don't think that the NFL scriptwriters could come up with anything better, and I don't think that Darth Nudius could conjure anything stronger. We need it. We need it as a league.
I don't like.
Yeah, honestly, I don't mind that, but also B-Johns and C-Vin are always fucking canoodling around, in the draft weekends and stuff like that. They're fucking poking each other's booty holes and stuff like that. I wouldn't mind seeing a little love affair down there in the Sacko.
Poking each other's booty holes.
I wouldn't mind seeing tearing a nice, lovely whatever you what's a situationship apart, you know.
Yes. Well, I think it'd be great for the league if B. Johnson, Vin went down there. It's going to be more drama. I mean, it'd probably be as much drama, if not more, with ours, and Cal's, but can't have it happen. So, yeah. Sorry, Dirtle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
we'll
right,
see.
so
I think Santa will bring us something nice for Christmas.
Yeah, the only thing nice that I need from Santa is just a dub. So I don't give a shit who goes down there as long as it's not me. Okay.
Oh,
me too, dude. I need a fucking win too.
I don't want to think about it at all. Just got to go do.
All right, so let's move on to the. Let's move on.
Man.
Ones and twos are jumpy today.
My brain's not even working thinking about the Sacko. It's like it's making me, but.
All right, what are we moving on to?
What'd you just put up?
Oh.
Okay, I was like, what the fuck? Okay, okay, so let's move on to the shit that actually matters, which means somebody winning a championship.
Real quick, let's give COD a round of applause for.
I don't give a shit about COD. Fucking, I wish you would have came down to me, bud, and I would have fucking just rammed fucking something up your ass.
Well, I personally enjoy seeing the Horseman get out of it.
Why, dude? Next year, who you gonna hype up on the fucking streets?
Whoever the next victim is.
Next year is gonna be like we're gonna be pimping him out, dude. Like you're gonna be out there fucking $10. Take this man for a fucking ride, buddy.
I want new blood. It's as much as I love punishing COD.
We'll put Calvin in a 2-piece bikini if he wins or something like that. See how many cat calls he gets.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. Okay.
All right, so we got
still, by the way, too.
We have another love affair at the top of the bracket here with Nut and Scheimer. so you know what? I'm so tired of Nut just getting all sentimental. Oh, if I was to lose, at least it's to Scheimer. La 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 la. Like, dude, whatever. I want Scheimer to win. Scheimer needs to win, and I don't know. But what do we think about this? It's gonna come down to fucking Nuts QB play versus Scheimer picking the actual right people to be in a starting lineup.
For real.
No, I know. I don't see Nick Mullins doing it again. I don't know if Nuts gonna switch it up. The Darth one.
I mean, is he gonna run Tommy DeVito?
I don't know. Tommy DeVito looked like ass.
Well, he played 40 hands.
Playing 40 hands. Playing the Eagles. Oh, shit. The Eagles' defense looked like bums last night.
Yeah, but, dude, they're playing in Philly, too. I'm taking the Eagles take a dump on the G-Men after they just got embarrassed by the Seahawks.
What's the other dude's name? Nick Mullins?
Yeah. Honestly, he's been on, like, so many teams.
Oh, yeah, he's been in the league for 6 years. Hell yeah.
Joe Flacco's been in the league for 15 years. Well, in and out.
I don't know if you noticed at the beginning of this, I tried to pull up his page 4 times in a row, and it crashed my sleeper every time I tried to do it.
Too many stats.
Too professional. He plays the Lions.
This is what I want to know, is if Scheimer doesn't start James Cook next week, I'm going to question everything he knows about fantasy football. This man has started James Cook one time in the last, 4 weeks. Yet, one was granted it was a bye week. But ever since Joe Brady took over as offensive coordinator there, they've just been fucking force-feeding this guy. And I don't understand why he didn't start James Cook this week. I know it's against Dallas, but the dude has literally been, the amount of usage this guy is getting is insane.
Yeah, no, I agree. I watching him during that game. The dude is making jump cuts. He looks electric out there. He looks like his brother in a way, but I don't know, even a little bit better, like more of a scat kind of thing.
He's a little shiftier.
Yeah, he's like shiftier, like a Le'Veon Bell. I don't know.
Like Dalvin, I felt Dalvin was just a little more stout, So I feel like he could break more tackles. But James Cook can make more people miss,
Yeah. Either way, I agree with you. He's got to start James Cook. It's like, what are we doing there, Schreimer? But if he does, which I think
Like
he will.
he's got to get
Okay, hold
fucking
on.
Swift out of there. You got to get Swift out. This man, that offense is looking like fucking trashola.
Would
They
you?
look
Would
pretty
you?
rough.
I don't know, man. I think I'd keep Swift in.
Sit Saquon or switch up the flex?
No, I'd probably swap out Saquon.
Yeah, fair
You're gonna
enough.
take
Yeah, I
Saquon.
mean, the Giants are pretty rough right now.
Yeah, but you can't take Saquon out, dude. The guy, like, even yeah, he has a shit week, then he has a good week. Shit week, then he has a good week. But when he has a good week, it's 20+ points.
I mean, I don't know, man. I just think the Eagles had to play against some pretty hard rush defenses lately. Cowboys, who granted got burned by James Cook, but usually good. 49ers before that. Bills before that. He did well against the Chiefs, put up 16 against the Chiefs.
I'm taking Swift out. I'm throwing James Cook in there. I'm throwing in Diggs. I'm keeping Diggs, Cup, and Moore in there. And the reason why I say that is because, man, DJ Moore's going against that Arizona defense. That's going to be a
Yeah.
goodie. But, dude, I just don't know. DeAndre Swift, look at his last 4 games. He's freaking 8.4, 2, 3.9, 7.5. Like, yeah, he's going to go against the New York Giants defense, but I don't even know. He couldn't do much against Seattle's run defense, which is pretty dog shit. And
He
he
had
didn't really.
74 yards.
Yeah, but he's not getting any touchdowns.
Who cares? He had 18 carries for 74 yards. Volume is king.
Saquon
Saquon had
gets
9
the
carries for
touchdown.
14 yards. And I
Well, yeah,
think
but you also got to realize with that game, like, it was a blowout. Like,
what do you think this game's gonna be?
Yeah, but it
This
started
game's
out
gonna be a
because
bigger blowout.
Tommy DeVito went out. They didn't even have a fucking quarterback in it. They had Tyrod Taylor.
Tyrod's a guy, okay.
It's still gonna be the same song and dance this week.
No, you don't take Saquon out. You can't take Saquon out. He's a
Yes,
fucking.
you can.
So you take DeAndre Swift. Okay, so like let's just fucking apples to apples here.
Yeah, go. I've been looking at it.
So they're literally neck and neck with the 21 and the 20th ranked running backs. Saquon missed 3 games this year, though. DeAndre Swift hasn't missed any games.
Look at Saquon's strength of schedule compared to DeAndre Swift's, and tell me there's not a difference.
I don't. Who's getting all the touchdowns? All the touchdowns are Jalen Hurts. Every fucking.
I get that, but the potential is there. Like, he had 80. I don't know, man. And it's also like the end of the year. Like, how much are they really going to run Saquon to close out a losing season?
Well, they're fucking fighting for their fucking jobs, so I'm pretty sure like
Saquon ain't fighting for his job.
No, I'm talking about the fucking coaches and stuff like that. I think that they just gave up on the New Orleans game because Tommy DeVito went out. They just pulled Saquon halfway through the game, which they did. He only paid 50%. And I don't anticipate Tommy DeVito to get injured again.
I don't anticipate
unfortunately
doing anything.
But we're also talking about a defense that just got fucking torched by Drew Lock, who's played 2 games in the last 4 years.
For real.
I'm just saying, man. Yeah, it was a bad game though. Like, they were going to Seattle. Jalen Hurts wasn't even feeling it.
It's just their defense is so bad. I mean, let's look up Kenny Walker.
Like, let's think about this, Dylan. All right. So you got Geno Smith, right? You got Drew Lock for the Seahawks right now, right? They just won a game. They're still in the playoff contention. Who are you going to start? You're going to start Geno Smith or are you going to start Drew Lock the rest of the year if you're a Seahawks?
I'm probably going to start Geno.
You're going to start Geno. It's just like this. Saquon Barkley is literally like perennial fucking player.
They also switched up defensive coordinators like the day of that was going down.
And he's staying in there. Matt Patricia is still. I don't trust Matt Patricia as far as I can throw him. He's been with the Patriots for years. He's dog shit.
Okay.
You know, I'm just saying this. Brian spent a shit ton of money on Saquon this year.
Yeah.
Saquon, with 3 less games, DeAndre Swift, if he had played 3 games, he'd probably be close to a top 10 running back. You can't not start him. Like, you can't not start him. DeAndre Swift, he drafted him.
I wouldn't. I would. I just don't think they're going to do anything. I think this can be a blowout game. I think they're going to go, why are we going to run Saquon 20 times into the ground when we're getting dumped on by 30 points? What's the point of this?
Haven't the Eagles lost 3 straight games?
Yeah.
Once to the Cowboys.
And who else?
No, they lost 2 games. But it was the Cowboys, and they lost to...
No, they lost to the Niners, the Cowboys, and then they lost last night.
Oh, they did? It was the 49ers. Okay, yeah, so 2 of the top teams in the NFC, and then a team that's in the playoffs right now.
Yeah, that's fine. And the 49ers, they got shit on. Cowboys, they got shit on. And then Seahawks, they fucking lost. Like, it's not like it's like, oh, they're barely,
Yeah,
they're letting
they
up
weren't
a shit
buzzer
ton of
beater
points.
losses. Yeah, they were like getting blown out.
So you're telling me right now you don't think that the Eagles are just going to bounce back and have a dominant game against the Giants?
I think they could,
or keep that offense in check.
But also, I've seen a team like the Titans. Who did they just beat? They just beat or they played somebody super hard. They beat the Dolphins. You never know. Like, I just feel like it's one of those games, just like the Cowboys, right? Who the fucking Cowboys just lose to? I can't even remember.
The Bills.
The Bills?
You guys got dumped on by the Bills, and the Bills have been looking like not very good, and the Cowboys have been, it's just one of those games where I think like you go into it and they've
already been having those games. They've had 3 games in a row. I feel like they're going to regress back to what they actually are.
Number 1 defense put up 0 points last week.
They wouldn't regress. They would go back to their regular selves. But I'm just saying,
regression. You don't think positive regression happens?
Not with the way they're playing. They just look like ass.
I get what you're saying. They
just look really bad. I'm just saying DeAndre Swift looks really bad. He doesn't look that good.
I'm just saying I don't think Tommy DeVito is going to move that ball very
also,
well.
Also, Lane Johnson fucked up his ankle. So if he doesn't play, that'd be pretty big.
Well, whatever. The point is, let's get off this because we can go. We're gonna.
Shimer, your team. You got too many fucking players on your team. But it's hard to
decide. Problem, right?
It's hard to decide who to fucking start.
But at the end of the day, regardless,
he's gonna start fucking Saquon. He's going to. He's a Giants man.
He's a Giant. Yeah. No, you're right. You will. And at the end of the day, you got to start James Cook. That's the main thing. You start James Cook no matter what. Everybody else doesn't matter at this point. It's James Cook.
Yeah. And if you drop, I don't know, say one of your running backs, I will drop one of my tight ends, and then we can just we can bid for him.
Nice.
So, how about that? I'll put that out there for you, Shiber. You're gonna see this after the waiver wire, so it doesn't really fucking matter. But yeah. Okay. So besides that, we got Nut.
Yeah, let's go look at Nut.
Nut's team's basically set. Like, we're just wondering if he's gonna start old Mullins, DeVito, or he's gonna pick somebody else up.
Can you swap out Eckler with anyone?
Well, I feel
put in Monty.
Yeah. Well, Monty's already in there.
In that slot, and then run Ty Chandler if he wants to.
Maybe Ty Chandler. It sounds like Madison's not practicing.
Can I say something really quick? My future bet on Cam Akers, if he didn't blow up his leg and he was filling in for Madison, that would have been it. This was what I planned for. I planned for Madison to not be the guy, and then for Cam Akers to go in and do what Ty Chandler's doing. And instead, his whole leg exploded.
You know what we all planned for Cam Akers to explode at his own point in time too.
But whatever, dude.
Just like he always does.
Well, he had a 6-week span.
Yeah. Nut's gonna. I mean, this is really gonna be putting Nut to the test as far as management goes. I feel like he got it right with Mullins this week, which is definitely a big move by him. He's got his core guys: Kamara, Amon-Ra, CD, Monty, Hawkinson. I mean, that's pretty solid. It's just gonna come. And that Browns D too, man. Who are they playing again this week? Oh, they're playing the Texans without CJ Stroud. So yeah, I wish we could see the projections and the teams line up next to each other.
Yeah, we would have had to wait till tomorrow.
I know.
To be honest, I honestly, man, it's a tough one because who did we say we have Mullins against Detroit and fucking Tommy DeVito against Philly, and then just whoever else is. Yeah, dude. This is like one of those decisions that like I don't know if Nut would do it. Like Austin Eckler, when I had him last year, was like my baby. He's like my little baby. He kind of looks like a baby too, like you could hold him. He kind of reminds me of like Baby Yoda or something. But that's like Nut's baby right there. Like even though he's the like, doesn't he look like a little guy you could just hold and just be like, yeah. He has to start Eckler. This is your hog.
Yeah. Who else is going to start?
Chandler, like you guys said.
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe.
You put Ty Chandler in there. But it's kind of like what I was saying with the Saquon thing. It's almost trying to stick it to the gods, and you don't want to try to stick it to the gods because the gods always win. They're like, you got Austin Eckler and Ty Chandler. You're really going to throw Ty Chandler in there? Here you go. You're getting smited.
I don't know. I mean, Austin Eckler's playing Buffalo and Ty Chandler's playing Detroit. Ty Chandler just came off a hot game. Austin Eckler just put up 3 points.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, too.
The Chargers are also just falling apart.
Sometimes you got to sacrifice to the gods, bud, to please them.
No, I've been dealing with the gods for far too long. I have a good relationship with them, and they really fuck me over whenever I try to get cute.
You do not have a good relationship with the gods. They shit on you every year, buddy.
No, I fucking know. Yeah,
exactly.
That's why I got a good relationship. Like, I know what the fuck they're trying to do. Like, maybe I can't reason with them, but I know that they're a bunch of fucking assholes. I'm just saying, okay, yeah, he went against Cincinnati and put up good points. Ty Chandler did, but like I don't know, dude. He's going against Detroit's defense. Detroit fucking looked juicy again last week.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm sliding Monty into. I think I'd take Monty and replace him with Eckler, or other way around. Replace Eckler with Monty, and then throw Ty Chandler in the flex.
God, that'd be real risky.
I like it.
Who's that Garrett Wilson play?
Because the floor for Austin Eckler is.
Ooh, the Commanders.
That could be something.
Who did they just play?
They played the Dolphins.
Oh, fuck them.
Yeah, that could be a sneaky good play.
No, you guys are gonna try to get too cute with this, man. Well, Nut's not gonna listen to us anyways, but
you should.
You never know.
Getting too cute with it. Like Austin Eckler, like his ceiling and his floor, right? It's just fucking Ty Chandler. You could fucking he can go out and maybe get you 20 points. You had 1 20-point game this whole year, but then you can also go out there and throw up a fucking 2-pointer.
I think the thing that gets me with it, I think you're right? I feel like you play your hog, especially the guy that you paid a bunch of money for, but the Chargers in general, it's not just like. When the Raiders fire a head coach, usually the team's like, we're halfway through the season. Let's fucking go. The Chargers, I mean, we're at the end of the season. They didn't even look like they wanted to play the other night. Like, I feel like it's risky. I don't know what you're going to get. He might, who knows, maybe Eckler just sits on the fucking sideline.
Well, I think, yeah, well, you never know, but I think I also think that there's a possibility that maybe they got fucking Staley out of there, and now Kellen Moore's got a little bit more free reign. He's just like, let's fucking unleash, kind of like what James Cook is in Buffalo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Eckler sucks ass at running a ball, but he can catch this fucking shit out of it. And I think that Stickman should fucking pull his head out of his ass and realize that, and he'd probably throw him the ball a lot.
Yeah,
he doesn't.
They're not going to be as bad as they were last week, even against Buffalo. It was almost like a shock factor sort of thing. It was right after the Herbert injury.
And the Raiders are just too good, I know.
Right. So I don't disagree with you on this one, Red. I would be more adamant about that Swift Saquon debate than doing the Eckler and whoever else. The one, I'm going to say it, like, even if it's not Ty Chandler, Garrett Wilson, I mean, dude's an alpha, playing against Washington secondary, which is by far one of the worst. If they're ever going to have a good game on offense, kind of like how I'm banking on Breece Hall. I'm like, there is nobody on that defense. Like, if the Jets can't do it against them, they're definitely not doing it.
But is Zach Wilson playing this week?
I don't even know, man. Honestly, don't know I don't know who plays QB for the Jets anymore.
I honestly don't either. Did you see that Tim Boyle got picked up by the Texans?
Jesus.
Dude, I'm like, somebody was saying today, somebody on Reddit today was talking about it, like, what kind of dirt does Tim Boyle have on every front office where he could just go and just get on every team? And somebody was like, he must be really good at practicing because every time they're like, he worked out for them and he got the job. And like, they're like, what the fuck? Like, why? Why does Tim Boyle have a job? Did nobody see him play on the fucking Jets, dude? Like, it was the worst thing ever. I wouldn't even want him to be throwing fucking just warm up catches on the sidelines, to my wide receivers.
Maybe they just do tackling drills on him.
Fuck,
as a
dude.
punching bag.
So like, like, hey, just stand out here, act like you're gonna toss the ball. We know you can't hit him anyways, but then you take the hit.
It's just
Well,
it's
he's a
like
good-looking cat.
It's like a cornerback drills. Like he's like, okay, we know you're gonna throw a shitty pass, so let's get the cornerbacks out there and work on their catching, intercepting the ball.
He looks like a little, I don't know, like a little frat boy.
He looks like an elf on the shelf without the fucking hat.
He looks like a douche. I don't like the way he looks.
Again, go back to his face, Dirtle.
Yeah,
he literally looks like my kid's elf on the shelf without a hat on.
I don't know. I feel like it's like a wannabe party boy, like a Kyle.
Pull up an elf on the shelf real quick, Diz.
Okay.
Hold on.
Get it on there.
Hey, well, yeah, okay. I'm gonna talk about the other matchup.
Go ahead.
Because we're at an hour and 6 minutes.
That's fine, dude. Fucking Gobby talks for like literally 3 hours.
I know, but I also want to go to bed at some point. I gotta wake up at 4 in.
Yeah, well, guess what, bud? Buckeye will always he'll still be there.
Jaden's team, Jaden versus Cleaner.
Yeah, this is a much juicier matchup.
Well, the other one will be tight. Wow,
but I don't think I think it'll be tight based off of the moves that are made. I think these teams will just put up probably some fucking big numbers.
Yeah, I definitely like what these guys have going on as far as just you got your hogs, throw them in, let it ride. You don't have to think.
Okay. You've been shitting on me all year for that, but that's okay.
Well, no, I mean you still have to have depth, bud. Like, I mean, look what Clyde Edwards-Helaire just did to you.
Let's move on.
Yeah, true. Des, you should have had the fucking handcuff to your wide receiver. Throw it in.
A guy that hasn't scored a point all year. I should have had him in my team.
Fucking Braxton Berrios or Robert Craycraft or whatever the fuck his name is. They're just in it for touchdown celebrations.
Well, no, okay. You guys are idiots, dude.
No, I know your point. I was just joking because it was that's a handcuff.
Yeah, but that's your running back handcuff. A wide receiver doesn't really have. I mean, yes, they have handcuffs, kind of. But
really, dude.
Oh, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like Jaden has Deontay Johnson, who's caught a TD in like 2 or 3 straight games.
Oh, okay. Wait, let's go back. We've all owned Deontay Johnson at some point. How many TDs has he had his whole fucking career, dude? I fucking fuck that shit. I wouldn't trust Deontay Johnson to get a touchdown. Fucking more than like
I would trust him over Rondale Moore, fool. That's my point. And I love Rondale.
I'll throw a fucking dagger at Rondale over Deontay.
Well, then you'd be losing, like Diz did.
No, I probably wouldn't. But at the same time, I would expect Deontay's fine, whatever. I expect him to get like 4 to 8 points or something like that.
My point is like Jaden has Jaden Reed. He has Joe.
Yeah.
He has Justin Jefferson. He has Deontay Johnson. That's a fine wide receiving core to be able to rotate. So you don't have to rely on as many running backs. And then he has the handcuff to his running back.
We've talked about that Jaden Reed a lot, and I don't know if Jaden remembers this, but I remember when he got Jaden Reed at the end of the draft or whatever, and I was like, oh yeah, fuck, I forgot, because I loved him out of Michigan State. Like I remember I told you a lot about Jordan Addison. Remember I told you I wanted to draft Jordan Addison really bad, but his price went up to 11. I was like, I was like, remember I was like telling you, I was like, Garrett Wilson last year, I drafted him. I thought he was going to do really good. I think Jordan Addison's going to do really good this year. Jaden Reed was another sleeper that I had that I fucking completely spaced at the end of my draft because I really fucked up my draft all around. So I like that Jaden Reed a lot. I think you should keep him.
Well, he's having a fantastic rookie year. I think he has.
He's 22nd.
Yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got 6 touchdowns on the year.
Well, yeah, and he also does a lot of those end arounds, which I like. That's a Debo Samuel type.
Oh wait, yeah,
stuff.
I didn't even see the rushing ones too. 8 touchdowns on the year. It's pretty teachy for a rookie. So
I know, he just taught me. Same with Clyde Edwards. You know how many touchdowns he has? 1 last week against me. Fucking bum.
Dude, you know what's so fucking annoying about this? Remember the other week when I picked up CEH and I was like, who the fuck else was I going to start or whatever? And I think Gobby was like, oh yeah, who the fuck is that? You got Clyde Edwards-Helaire in there? Fucking drop him. And then next thing you know, he's fucking the next week he plays the starter. I'm like, fuck, dude. I could have had a fucking starter, man. Like, fuck running backs, dude. Fuck them all, man.
well, it's all Dirtle instead.
I want to know, Nut, I need you to figure this out. Is this the worst running back year of all time for somebody? I swear my running back year, and it's not because of injuries or whatever. It is a little bit, but also just shitty drafting. Is this the worst running back class of all time on my team? It has to be. I'm putting up nothing. I'm literally hoping for 6 points total out of all my running backs every fucking week, dude. It's actually insane.
We have a good point that you have been very bad. But I don't think you're not the worst, are you?
There's no way I'm not. I'm looking it up right now. Because if we think about this, right? What's Jaden's fucking floor every week with Christian McCaffrey? Oh, 20 points. I'm hoping to get 10 points out of 2 positions each week, and I never do. It's really bad.
No, you are. I mean, you are bad. Don't get me wrong. So I don't know how bad, like historically bad is. I'm trying to think of like who else had some pretty bad running backs.
I don't know. You guys dive in a little bit more while I look at this up real quick.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Everybody's looking now. Well, my point is, I gave Jaden shit all year for not making trades and stuff. Things are breaking his way right now. You know, the Jalen Waddle thing was huge. But who knows if that'll even last? That's the problem. It's like Tyreek comes back, you know where it's going. Guarantee you at least half of the points that he got last week would have went to Tyreek if he was in. Yeah, bud, that's tough.
I know.
So you have the Niners playing the Ravens this week. I'm not saying Christian McCaffrey will always get his. It's just to what level is he going to get it? I think for Alec, on the other hand, it's just going to come down to like keeping his hogs consistent and teaching. I mean, the nice part is like he just can just set his lineup and feel good about it. That Kyron Williams has been really elevating his team to another level. And they got the Saints this week, DC 40 ends. I mean, the Saints' run defense has actually been really bad this year. They're always, paved out to be a pretty good run stopping defense. No,
they're much better passing off defense.
So this is I just figured this stuff out. Okay, so COD back in like fucking medieval times put up 194 points total one year, which was the lowest. I'm right now at 197, and then after last week when I put up a whopping fucking 8 points total, I'm up at 205. So if I don't score more than 15 points this week, I will have the second least amount of running back points all time in a season. Yeah, I don't know how the fuck Cody scored 194 points in a whole year with his running backs. That's really
he wasn't setting the lineup.
I like fucking and
to say what year that was.
Yeah, let me go back. It was
last year.
Right.
Well, yeah.
I agree with you though, Willie. Patrick Mahomes is going to be big part of if Alec wins.
That
And I
was
mean, they're playing the
2019,
Raiders.
which I'm pretty sure was one of COD Sacko years.
Yeah, it definitely is. Last 3 years.
Yeah.
With Mahomes playing the Raiders, though, I feel like the Chiefs have looked kind of bummy, even though they just won. And the Raiders are on a hot fucking. They're hot right now. Okay, watch out for them. So
I'm not building my analysis around the Raiders.
please, what do I have to look forward to now? I need something.
Yeah, I understand that, but I don't think I'm praying to God that Travis Kelce doesn't rip them a new one. That's one of my prayers for the week. I think it's more though about because like Patty Mahomes even hasn't really been, even when they've been winning. I mean, they can run the ball, so their defense is good. They don't have to go out there and sling it a ton of times. Though you got that Rashee Rice going, yes sir. But Kyron though playing DC 40 hands. Kenneth has got the Titans, which is so. But that AJ Brown against the G-Men, that's gonna be huge. Godwin's coming back up, but that Laporta against the Vikings and Chuba Hubbard. I shit on Chuba Hubbard when that trade went down. It's low key been a very good trade for Cleaner.
Yeah, it has.
Dude's pretty much. I mean, he's getting. This is his last 3 games. He had 22 carries, 23 carries, 25 carries. I mean, they're just like, well, Bryce Young sucks. We just need to turn around and hand the ball off the entire time.
You know what? I just kind of was thinking about this. You know what would be kind of interesting is if Brian wins this whole thing, and it would really shit on Nut and his statistics and his analytics because Brian is nowhere near any of the playoff averages that we usually go up based off of for positional leaders. He's not ahead in any of them. He hasn't reached any of the averages. He's
all luck.
He's 11th in kicking. He is 11th in defensive scoring. He's 6th in tight end, which is still under the threshold. He's 6th in QB, 6th in wide running back, and he's 5th in wide receiver. So he hasn't hit a single threshold for. So it'd be very interesting if he beats out Zach, because right, Nuts got 2 of those. He's 2, tight end and defensive scoring. He's above the playoff threshold. So it'd be very interesting if Brian beats Nut this week. It would literally just it would just crack Nut's fucking nut, you know.
58-point performance by Mike, first round. That's tough. It's tough, bud. I'm glad that you could put 118 on me just to go in and dribble some squirt in your pants. Fuck me.
Dribble some squirt in your pants.
Hey, everybody likes that.
Dude, but this was like, unfortunately, this is what Trike was.
Yeah,
we knew this to be.
I'm more. Yeah, you're right, Red. Sorry to cut you off, but the one that surprised me more so were Jesse and Trone. Thought there was me. Like Jesse had some injuries going on. You're swapping out B-Raw for Antonio Gibson. B-Raw was like a top 10 running back this year. Gabe Davis didn't do anything. Trone's team, there was a lot of things that just went completely south, and that was more so surprising. It's like,
dude, honestly, Gabe Davis is fucking bad at football. Super bad. This whole year, like, look at this trend. Okay, we'll start from week 5. Or actually, no, we'll just start from week 1 because it's literally every other week he's fucking awful. There's only one time this year, week 5 through week 6, that he was consistent. He put a 12-point a game and a 16-point game. And then week 4 and week 5. Week 6 he puts up 10 yards. Then the next week he puts up 0.6. Then he puts up 14. Then he puts up 0. Then he puts up 7. Then he puts up 0. Then he puts up 16. Then he puts up 0 and another 0. I don't know why Jesse just kept starting Gabe Davis.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, it's toughy.
Like
could just
Jesse
been,
just needed to like who did Jesse trade this year? He got
yeah,
Dallas Goddard, right?
yeah.
That was it, right? And then he traded like Kirk Cousins for some cash or something, and Josh Reynolds. Remember Josh Reynolds?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, that was the one thing about Jesse's team, and I remember reaching out to him and saying, "Hey, do you want Debo?" And this was earlier on in the year, and he was like, "Yeah, straight across for Brian Robinson." And I was like, "I don't know if I can do that right now." And it would have worked out either way for both sides, right? It would have definitely made my running back core better, and then, um, but that was the one thing I always thought about Jesse's team. Like he just needed that extra wide receiver. He was always starting Gabe Davis in that wide receiver 2 spot, and this man is just bad.
Yeah, I mean, fantasy sites would rank him high. You know, it's kind of the same thing like the Jake Moody effect. Play for a good offense, they expect you to put up points, and you just never do. It always seemed to happen. And I also, yeah, I mean, to your point, Red, he should have made a trade, especially after the Mike Williams injury happened for him. I mean, that's tough. So,
I always thought I was like, he just needs. It was the one thing that I always looked at Jesse's team, and it was nice because he always had Mike Evans that would pick up the slack. Like Mike Evans this year was just a touchdown machine, but it
Mm-hmm.
was always that Gabe Davis putting up a fucking sub 1 point game that you could just never get over that hurdles. So I'm not surprised that this is one of the factors as the reason why he didn't, get close to being nut this week was obviously there's some injuries, but two, that Gabe Davis man just could not trust him.
no, I wouldn't trust him either.
Just I don't get it. Yeah, you're on a good team, and the man's getting 1 target, 2 targets with 0 catches, and that happened like 3 or 4 times this year. He literally played against the Jets in Week 11. He didn't get a single target. he
Too good
played
of
all.
coverage.
He played 90% of the snaps and got 0 targets.
It's impressive.
Yeah, that's
Like
impressive.
it's almost kind of
Wow.
like, whoa, dude, you did good. Like you made it so you weren't gonna catch a ball.
Running away
I don't
from
know.
the ball.
Yeah. So that was surprising for Jesse's team to not put up points because we were just talking about it in the whole collab edition, remember? And I was just didn't matter who Jesse started, he was going to score 100 points. It just seemed like that all year long. And then the one week that it really matters, right? For some reason, Mike Evans went out there and top. He didn't teach hard enough like he usually does. Josh Allen didn't do what he usually does, and he just couldn't find that extra person that would go out there and teach.
Well, you also had
Mm-hmm.
Josh Jacobs and Brian Robinson
Well, that's what
sitting
I'm
out.
saying. But this whole year, he's had injuries throughout the year. Brian Robinson was out last week too, but still, guy fucking put up juicy amount of points.
Yeah, I mean, I was hoping when Joe Mixon was also getting 2 tutties too. So,
Yeah,
but again, it's depth. That's what we're talking about. You have some depth on your team that helps out with that. You know. So, anyways, I think between the remaining people, I'm going with Brian. If he manages right, pulls the upset, which is
Ooh.
funny to say upset, but he's putting up, less amount of points. So the upset on Nut, and then I'm taking Jaden to beat Cleaner.
I'm taking
I
Nut and then Cleaner.
yeah, I'm taking Cleaner too. Wait, no, I'm not taking Cleaner. Sorry, I'm taking Nut and Jaden. I just think Jaden. I think the Christian McCaffrey thing is just
It's too good.
the fucking literally probably the draft pick of the last besides when Justin Jefferson and Josh Allen were rookies, and they probably the best pickup in the last 4 years in a draft for the price that McCaffrey went for and what the fuck he's been doing. We were spending $70+ last year on Ecklers and fucking Henrys and Jonathan Taylors of the world, right? And this man went for fucking less than $55 and is putting up almost an historical season from running backs perspective.
Well,
It's true.
he went for 55. I got him
All
for
right, so
60. I got him for 65 the year before.
Yeah, right. This man, like, how the fuck does somebody go from last year where he comes into San Francisco to a really good offense? They don't lose a fucking regular season game with him. The guy's literally averaging like a touchdown a game. Also helps you win a ship basically, single handedly almost. And then somehow the following draft, we let him go for $10 less than he did the year before.
Because we're fools, dude.
We're fools, man. Like,
Yeah,
it
that's
just
a
doesn't make
grand
sense to me.
lesson
Like,
right there.
Where's our common sense here?
I
She
mean,
gone.
yeah, it sucks, like, for the rest of us, right? But also for Jaden, he had to have some things break his way, too. Dak Prescott and Brock Purdy just going out there and hogging out for him. Pacheco, I mean, dude's been a top 10 running back the entire year, so.
Don't
Yeah,
worry,
honestly.
you can slide in Clyde
But
Edwards and he does the
because,
same thing.
because we let old McCaffrey go for that cheap, I mean, he was able to get some of these guys,
And
too.
yeah, there was Tank Dell. I think there was like good value pickups. They got like Tank Dell. Like nobody really thought Tank Dell was going to be that good, but obviously it was because CJ Stroud. And then the Jaden Reed, we liked him because he's a good keeper value and such. But I just will never forget Jaden after that draft just being like, I didn't want to draft any. He's like, I wanted to draft maybe one of these people that I have on my team, and now the motherfucker's over here rattling off 135 points in the first week of the playoffs and on his way to possibly a ship. And he's just like, I didn't want anybody on this fucking team. And now it's like, well, guess what, bud? You did.
Yeah, turns out you did. Yeah. No.
And then you got Calvin over. He's like, I wanted everybody on my fucking team. Everybody I drafted, that's exactly who I wanted.
Trades them all away.
Had to for cash. Liquidation, buddy.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I want to know, did Cal have any major injuries this year happen to his team or was it just fucking the siphoning of players and just not working out? Besides Deshaun, right? Like that's the only injury he had all year, right? Was team.
No, yeah, I think he's just wheeling and dealing.
Yeah. I think this year was just, whatever. Cal made a bunch of moves. I think he just made nothing substantial. And I think this was just a year that was not good for Calvin overall.
Well, obviously not.
He may win a Sacko.
Yeah, he's going to Sacko.
Yeah, but he fucking finished the year with a better record than us, and that fucking pisses me off.
Well.
Well, boys, should we wrap this up?
Yeah, we definitely should wrap it up. Gonna beat you, B. Johns. It's the way it has to be.
We get that wombat pizza.
Yeah.
Tron, you're done.
I'll take it.
What Diz is going for some consolation shit, right?
Yeah, I'm playing Tron. I don't even want to talk about my matchup. I'm gonna close my eyes and win.
There you go. I'm gonna watch every single move to ensure I'm beating B. Johns into the sewer. I'm gonna shove him down further into the mud until I can't see him, and I'm out.
I just want to prove everybody out there, that this isn't the year that I win the Sacko. This is like, because we talked about the stage of the grief and everything like that, right? And Gubby's like, I commend the mayor on the way he's handled everything, and it's honestly just been the most humbling, shitty season ever. Just there's been nothing good, and so the one thing that could be good is just not getting to that Sacko championship. That's the one thing. This whole year, I haven't looked up to anything. I haven't thought positively about my team in probably 7 weeks. So it's just finally good to actually feel something like fruitful from my team. So like this is probably the most excited I've been all fucking year is this matchup, just because I'm like, I fucking feel good. My team feels good. And I don't have to sit here in like this sorrow of being like, well, fuck, dude, am I going to put up fucking 60 points this week? Like, I have a feeling that I'm going to put up a good amount of points again. I'm going to beat Cal. It's a good feeling. I haven't felt this in a long time, boys.
Wow.
Yeah, man, brought a tear to my eye. I'm happy for you, bud.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Dude, it's been a fucking
Red.
shitty season, man. This has been, and Diz, you're going through it right now because you realize that you're fucking out of the race, right?
Yes, sir.
Dylan and I are in the rat race right now, We're still going through it, but it's nice to, once you just kind of accept what it is, like what has happened. So like here in a couple weeks days, you'll realize it's on to next year. For Dylan and I, it's not going to be until we win this, but we'll finally be able to accept like this is what the season was, and we weren't Sacko champions, and it's going to be great.
I refuse.
Moving up and moving on.
Yeah, no, I refuse to be a Sacko champion, bud. 3-time champion can't happen. That's not what we do in our blood. So, with that being said, Merry Crimbo to everybody.
Yeah, Merry Crimbo.
Yeah, probably won't have another episode till after Christmas. We'll figure out the logistics then.
Yeah, it'll just be an episode at that point, hopefully, of us just talking about the Wombat and B-Johns, and then whoever goes to the championship.
Oh, it will be. We are speaking that into existence. So, all right, boys. But yeah, everybody travel safe. Have a Merry Crimbo, and we will catch you guys next week on the winning side of things.
Don't forget, boys, keep pounding that pud.
Yeah.